So, ito naman yung ating isa-solve na isa pang vector. So, mapapansin ninyo, yung ating example is that hindi na sila iba ng direction or magkasalungat ng direction. So, what we are going to do is that we can resolve it with our calculator na. So, first, kailangan nating i-put into mind that yung ating reference angle should be always at the east o nasa positive x-axis natin. So ating magiging formula dyan, and take note also for our R1x natin or 20 meters natin. Is yung ating magnitude times yung ating cosine theta. So yung m natin is yung magnitude natin, that is equal to 20. And then we have our cosine theta. Yung angle natin is kukuhanin natin in reference with our east or with our x axis. So ito, from here, from our x values, our x axis, we will count yung ating angle. So this is 90 degrees. So we will use 90 degrees for our angle, reference angle for our R1x. So this is 20 cosine 90. So this is 20 cosine 90, and that is equal to 0. And for the y component naman ng ating first magnitude, so we will have R1y, and that is equal to m sine theta. So our m sine theta is equal to 20. Same magnitude tayo, but we are going to use different trigonometric function, which is the sine, and then same reference angle tayo, which is 90. So this is 90, and that we are going to have 20 sine 90 degrees, and that is equal to 20. So kung mapapansin ninyo, yung ating R1 component for the x and for the y is 20 pag pinag-sum up, pero hindi naman yun yung point ko. But my point is that wala tayong magnitude going sa x-axis natin. Kasi yung ating magnitude or yung vector number 1 natin is going upwards, straight upwards. That is why it is positive 20. Kung ang ating ry component is going to negative 20, ibig sabihin yung ating component is going downward. So since siya ay positive, it is going upward. So solving naman for our R2x or yung component ng ating x component ng ating second vector, which is 30 meters. So same formula tayo. So we will have m cosine theta, and that is equal to 30 meters cosine yung theta. So the question is, ano nga ba yung angle na yung ating 30 meters? So what we are going to do again is to take yung reference angle natin. Yung reference angle natin is at the x-axis all the way papunta doon sa ating angle. So yung ating reference angle dito papunta dito. So ano nga ba ang sukat niyan? Sukat nito, wala dito hanggang sa 30 meters, we have so we have 180 degrees. So since 180 degrees yung ginagamit natin, yung sukat niya, so we will have yung ating 30 cosine 180 degrees. So once we input that in our calculator, we will have 30 cosine 180 degrees, and that is equal to negative 30. And for our R2y, Now we will have m sine theta that is equal to 30 sine 180 degree, which is equal to 30 sine 180 degrees to 0. So, same case no ating naunang vector, yung vector 1 natin. Yung vector 2 natin is negative 30 for its x component. Ibig sabihin, yung ating component na ito is lying dito sa ating x component at papunta siya sa west, which is the negative 30. And wala siyang y component. Ibig sabihin hindi siya umangat, no, hindi siya bumaba. It is lying exactly at the axis, kumbaga. So, paano naman natin magpo-proceed tayo for our component? So, for our Rx component, we will just do the summation ng ating Rx component. So, ibig sabihin yung R1 natin is added into our R2. So, we have R1x plus R2x. So, we have 0 plus negative 30. Now, we will have yung ating negative 30 for our x component. And for our Ry naman, so we will have the summation of Ry, which is equal to R1y plus R2y. And ang ating R1y is 20 plus yung R2y natin, which is equal to 0, and that is equal to 20. So meron na tayo nakuhang vector components for ating Rx and ating Ry. So what we are going to do is to magkaroon tayo ng Pythagorean theorem. Ating siyang isa-summation. So, for yung ating resultant vector, so magkakaroon tayo ng the square root of Rx squared plus Ry squared. So, that is going to be the square root of ang ating Rx is negative 30 squared plus yung ating 20 plus yung ating 20 squared. So that is going to be the square root of negative 30 squared plus 20 squared. So that is equal to 36.06 meters. So yung ating magiging resultant vector is 36.6 meters. So next thing to do is to solve for our angle. So yung reference angle natin. Ano nga ba yung magiging reference angle natin? So, yung ating formula for our angle is the inverse tangent is Ry over Rx. Huwag kayong malilito ha, kasi that is yung is over than niya. So, we have the inverse tangent of y over x natin. So, we will have the inverse tangent ng Ry natin, which is equal to 20. That is going to be divided